Nice to have more space for kids to use. Kind of running from class to class.
It really compromises their ability to learn.
Way too complicated. There's way too many kids like me.
And I just feel like I'm wasting my time at this high school.
Here at Newtown High School, we are facing a serious problem. There seems to be nowhere to go during free periods, nowhere to eat during lunch, and sometimes not even anywhere to sit during classes. No matter who you ask, everyone has some sort of issue with the overcrowding. Not only do the students feel pressured, but the teachers do too. They are constantly seen rushing around the school from class to class, consistently pushing through crowds of students in the hallway. They are strained, which is beginning to interfere with their work.
I'd like to talk about the Monday schedule. We teach 5 classes on Monday, and most of us also have a duty. Monday feels like a very harried day for me because I feel like the classes are short and I'm kind of running from class to class, oftentimes room to room, and it's definitely my least favorite day.
Classroom space for teachers to teach in the same room. So oftentimes they're moving from one room to the next in order to try to accommodate the overcrowded situation. This greatly limits the teacher's ability to become creative and maintain creativity throughout a given day. They have to move all of their materials from classroom A to classroom B. They're more concerned with getting from classroom A to classroom B than necessarily bringing all of the materials that might help to enhance that class.
The hallways pose another difficult situation. It is nearly impossible to get to classes on time.
Yeah, when you get here in the morning, it's really way too crowded. You walk in and there's just throngs of people in the halls. I mean, you really can't get to your locker. There's just not enough space to sit here in the morning.
Overcrowding is a big problem in our school because we only have 5 minutes to get to classes, and even though our campus is pretty big and 5 minutes seems like a lot of time, it's hard when there's like 1,000 other kids in the halls.
Well, I think that the overcrowding problem in the school is getting a little bit ridiculous because, first of all, it's hard to get to our classes a lot of the time, and some teachers really get stressed out about that.
Above all, some students are not even admitted into the classes of their choice. Multiple students have been turned away from their top preferences simply because there are not enough teachers or classroom space to accommodate them.
I signed up for the art history class last year, the AP art history, and I was really pumped to take it because it was what I wanted to major in college, and I really wanted to have that background before I went into whatever college that I was going to pursue. But the classes dropped, and I wasn't able to take it because there weren't enough kids that signed up for it, and the teachers were in short supply. But it really ruined my future in some aspects because now I really have no idea what I want to do in college or what I want to major in. Also, I signed up for a lot of English classes because that's also my passion. I signed up for 5 English classes, but my guidance counselor told me that it was alright. It wasn't against the rules or anything. But after a couple weeks, she called my house and told me that I would probably be pushed out of a couple because of overcrowding and students who hadn't signed up yet for even one English class. And I just thought it was really unfair that I signed up before them and I was getting kicked out because they wasted their time basically and they're procrastinating. And so I couldn't take AP art history, I couldn't take all my English classes, so now I'm stuck with 4 free periods during the second semester. And some people would love to do that during their senior year, but it's so boring and I just feel like I'm wasting my time at this high school.
I'm a
guidance perspective, we have been impacted in many different ways. Some subtle, some not so subtle. Some of the less subtle things are students that subscribe or sign up for classes, and we're very happy. We have a wonderful curriculum with a lot of electives. Some of the students get it and some of it don't. For example, graphics and culinary and child development, video production 1 and 2. These are very, very popular electives, and we have a limited staff and a limited number of classes, and students who definitely want to be enrolled, and we just don't, our capacity doesn't allow it.
Even the library, the supposed resource center for students, cannot support everyone. A lack of computers and workspace causes a number of students to be turned away and left to search for another area to work. This problem becomes even more severe when classes require the computers for research.
For the library's sake, the number of students on any given period can be around 150 in the library. That's including study halls and classes. And in that instance, we'll have the 3 of us here managing 150 kids. So it gets a little hairy. So it would be nice to have more space for kids to use elsewhere in the building.
Well, I think that there's too many people like always in the library. If they're not there, then they're always in the cafeteria. They're always in like the lab rooms, and there aren't ever enough computers for everybody. Like classes are always taking up space, and even when there aren't classes in here, always students are just coming in here and sitting around on all the tables, and you're not allowed to bring chairs to other tables if you need to sit with like a group or something. And I just think that either A, we need to like expand the library, we need to expand the cafeteria or something. We need to like do it as soon as possible because it's getting worse and worse for like each year.
Crowding is definitely a problem. I mean, I just got kicked out of the library because there was not enough room, not enough computers. So I have to work on some homework that I need a computer for, and all the computer labs are locked or too busy, so it's a big problem. And I tried to go out in the cafeteria, too crowded, there's nowhere to go.
The lunchroom situation, the library situation is really difficult for students to deal with. When you're turning kids away from the library because there's not enough room in there for them to pursue work requirements, I feel that it really compromises their ability to learn.
Free periods is when you cram like 20 plus kids into a room and we're all supposed to go work on something. Well, we're all obviously going to need to go like use a computer because teachers are always like, oh, go check this out for 10 points off and it's not typed. And so letting only 6 out of like 26 kids go, because then we're all just sit there packed up and we get nothing done, and then we just kind of sit there and get bored and angry.
One of the most obvious overcrowding dilemmas occurs during lunchtime. The 20 minutes we are given to eat is wasted waiting in line for food, paying, and finding a seat.
Alright, the overcrowding at the high school is insane. Like, I go to lunch, and I wait literally 10 minutes in line to get my food. I finally get my food, and by then it's like all cold. Like, once I get in line, it's gonna be cold by the time I get to the seat because I got the cashier line, which is at least another 5 minutes, at least. It depends how big the line is or which expressway you got it. It's way too complicated. There's way too many kids, like, in one space. It's claustrophobic. It's just bad, and then you have to go worry about finding somewhere to sit. All the chairs are always overcrowded. It's not okay.
So basically, I don't really buy lunch anymore because the lines are so long in the caf that if I do try to buy, it ends up taking like 15 to 20 minutes, which means I have like 5 minutes to eat, which is obviously not enough time, which sucks.
Faced with these challenges, the purpose of this school is not being fulfilled. We need to eliminate the quicksand of overcrowding before our educations are further compromised. Today, we need action.